Um, do you know anything about Mrs. Potter and Gravison?
Ah, the wondrous world of gossip.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
afraid I don't have much to offer you on that front. My focus is on business, my dear detective, not on the tittle tattle of the elite. I'm sure they're both respectable individuals in their own right, but their personal lives are of little consequence to me. My mind is preoccupied with more pressing matters, like the intricate dance of the stock market and the thrill of the next big opportunity.
Okay. Did you know a Nicola Grossman?
Ah, Nicola Grossman. Now that, my friend, is a name that cuts deep into my heart. He was a man of vision, a comrade with whom I shared many a fine conversation. We'd sit for hours, sipping cognac and discussing the intricacies of business and life. His untimely passing left a void in my life that I still struggle to fill. But alas, fate has a way of testing us, doesn't it?
Did he ever say anything to you about a trip to India?
Ah, yes, the fateful trip to India. It's a story that weighs heavily on my mind, my dear detective. Nicola did indeed share some of his experiences with me, and I must say, it was a tale of both wonder and woe. It all started with a grand plan, a joint venture between the Potters, Count Graveson, Maria Jansen, Haley Greenwood, and Nicola himself.
Nicola. Please do continue.
They set out to India with dreams of untold riches and the thrill of exploring the unknown. But alas, fate had other plans. The trip was a disaster from the start. They were met with nothing but obstacles and challenges at every turn. It was as if the universe itself conspired against them. The tensions between the group grew, and in the end, it all fell apart. They returned home, defeated and broken. It was a tragic tale, my friend, one that still haunts me to this day.
Do you think Nicola made any enemies? Made any enemies on the trip?
Ah, enemies, you say? Well, I'm sure that's a possibility. When you're dealing with people from different walks of life, it's only natural that there will be frictions. But I must emphasize, my dear detective, that this is purely speculation on my part. I have no concrete evidence to support such a claim. But hey, when you're playing with fire, you're bound to get burned, right?
Did he say anything about any of the people on the trip?
Ah, the people on the trip. Well, my friend, let's just say that they were an interesting bunch. There was the enigmatic Mr. Potter, always spinning his webs of intrigue. Then there was Count Graveson, a man of culture and sophistication, but also one with a temper that could rival the fiercest of storms. And let's not forget about Maria Jansen and Haley Greenwood, two women with a fire in their souls and a determination that could move mountains.
Okay. Um did Mrs. Potter go on the trip as well?
Ah, Mrs. Potter, the matriarch of the Potter clan. Yes, she was indeed part of the ill-fated expedition. But
Hmm.
between you and me, my dear detective, I've heard whispers that she was more than just a mere participant. There were rumors of a secret affair between her and Count Graveson. Scandalous, I know, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it?
Okay, so there's definitely a lot of lying. It's just who killed Nicola. That's the only thing that I can't seem to figure out is who killed Nicola. Did Nicola ever say if he had a problem with anyone? With did he ever say why Marina H and Sax Saxabar weren't included on the trip. Okay. Why were and Saxa Bar and Marina H not invited to the trip? Okay, you just don't want to say anymore. I guess I could ask you. Why were Saxa Bar and Marina not invited on the trip to India?
I don't know. They were supposed to join the group, but they were left out at the last minute. I've heard Saxabar and Marina are in a secret relationship. Maybe that had something to do with it.
So we have an affair between Gravison and Mrs. Potter, and a secret relationship between Saxabar and Marina. I mean, I could just double check. Because like Marina I should ask if Ingrid knows about like if Haley knew Saxabar just to make sure, because there's something going on here. Not you, not you. I need to go to what? Did I hit quit back? Oh shit! I think I hit quit by accident. No, no. I don't think it saves either. Ah, that could be a slight issue. Shoot. Shoot, I don't think it saves. Oh man. Shoot, that's a bit annoying. I don't know why I clicked twice. I don't know why I clicked twice. I think I was just so eager to leave. Damn it. I want to get through this.
The second I stepped
Okay, let's get through that fast. Oh man. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, don't be like me. Don't click twice. Oh no, never mind. Oh, never mind. It does save. Okay, well that's good then. Okay, phew. Phew. That's good. That's good. Okay, so we're good. We're saved. The game knows that I could mess up like that. All right. Okay, good. Do you know if Haley knew Saxabar?
You're back to that Saxabar again, detective. I'm afraid I don't have any knowledge of Haley knowing anyone by that name. But hey, let's not get caught up in all these mysterious names and places. Life is too short to dwell on the unknown, right? How about we focus on the present and make the most of our time together? We can explore the vibrant streets of Vaudeville, grab a coffee at
Why
one
are
of the
you so
charming
into me?
cafes, or even join a spontaneous street performance. The possibilities are endless, my dear friend. Let's seize the day.
Okay, who can I go to find out stuff about Nicola? It almost sounds like Nicola maybe knew something about. It's probably Gravison. Because he probably saw. Like, Nicola probably saw their relationship, and Gravison is apparently a violent man. Do you own any knives of any sort?
Ah, knives, you say.
Yes, I do believe I have a few knives in my collection. I have a rather impressive assortment of knives from various cultures and time periods. I must admit, I find them quite fascinating and beautiful in their own way. But alas, I fear I cannot show them to you at the moment, as they are safely stored away in my collection room. Pray, tell me, what kind of knives are you looking for?
Do you have any butcher knives?
Butcher knives, you say? Yes, I believe I have a few of those in my collection as well. Butcher knives, you see, are quite the interesting pieces. They serve a practical purpose, of course, but they also possess a certain a certain charm, if you will. I must admit, I find them quite captivating. But alas, I fear I cannot show them to you at the moment, as they are safely stored away in my collection room. Pray, tell me, what is your interest in butcher knives? Perhaps I can help you in your search.
Nicola was murdered using a butcher knife.
I see. Well. This is quite the development, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
A murder, you say? In a butcher knife, of all things. My, this is indeed a most intriguing case. I must admit, I am quite intrigued by the details you have shared thus far. Pray, tell me, what else do you know about this murder?
Okay, so this is
Who could have committed such a heinous crime? And what could have been the motive behind it? I am positively brimming with curiosity and anticipation to unravel this mysterious tale.
So here's what I think happened, right? So this is my thought on it. I could be entirely incorrect. I could be super wrong on this. But here's what I'm thinking, right? So I'm thinking now I don't know the details on all of this, but I'm thinking so they all went to on the trip to India. Apart from these two here, Marina and Saxabar. Now, they could have just been incredibly upset that they didn't go to India. Nobody seems to know they just were left out of it. But they were supposed to go. So they may have just taken their revenge on the two women. I think that's entirely possible. Nicola himself seemed very paranoid. So I'm thinking probably on the trip, he saw Mrs. Potter and Mr. Gravison having an affair, or maybe him beating Mrs. Potter. I'm not too sure. So he witnessed it, and Count Gravison, having this temper of his, decided to enact some sort of revenge because maybe he was worried that Nicola would speak out or something. So I think I may have it. I don't know for sure, but this is what I can assume.
Have you made up your mind, Detective Martini?
So Haley was killed by, because Haley was the dancer.
Interesting choice, Detective
Oh.
Martini. May I ask you why?
So I have to answer why as well. Okay, so I need to actually figure this out. Okay, actually, I don't know the deets on this yet. But it could as a punishment for sinning, huh? It could be jealousy. Okay, let's ask some more questions. Okay, hold on, let me get this back in comfy spot then, 'cause I thought I was done. Do you think Marina may have killed Haley?
Oh, Detective Martini, I really don't think Marina could have done something like that. She's such a talented dancer and a kind-hearted person. It's important not to jump to conclusions without concrete evidence. I believe in the goodness of people, you know?
I can tell.
Instead, let's focus on celebrating the beauty of dance and the joy it brings to all of us. We should be supporting each other, lifting each other up, and spreading positivity. That's what truly matters, don't you think?
Is it possible that Marina was jealous of Haley.
Jealousy. No, no, no. My dear detective. I can't imagine anyone being jealous of Haley. She was a beloved and unthreatening ballerina. We were all friends and supported each other's dreams. Jealousy has no place in our tight-knit community. We're all here to uplift and inspire one another. Let's keep the positive vibes flowing, shall we? How about
Okay, I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna go talk to Pascal because he might actually know. Do you know any rumors involving Haley Greenwood?
By the way, did you hear about Haley Greenwood? There's a rumor going around that she had some sort of secret life, involved in some underground art scene. Can you imagine? It's like something out of a mystery novel. But hey, that's just what I've heard through the grapevine.
Some secret life in some underground art scene. Okay, I didn't expect that. It's kind of weird for all of them to go on a trip to India for business. That is a little bit strange. Like all of them. Like it seems a bit weird. Like now I'm kind of really thinking about it. Hmm. Haley involved in underground art scene. Any rumors about Marina?
Marina, huh? Now there's a name that's been floating around in the gossip circles. I've been hearing whispers about a scandalous affair she's been having with a mysterious artist. Can you believe it? The drama in this town never ceases to amaze me.
Hmm. Any rumors about Saxabar?
Now, speaking of rumors, have you heard about Saxabar? Word on the street is that he's been involved in some shady business dealings. I can't say for sure, but it's got everyone buzzing with curiosity.
Hmm. Rumors involving Maria Jansen.
Oh, Maria Jansen. Such a tragic loss. There's been some speculation about her connections with some high-profile individuals in town. But of course, it's all just whispers in the wind, my friend. The truth will reveal itself eventually, won't it?
Oh boy. Now I gotta figure out like a proper motive. Rumors about Nicola.
Nicola Grossman, huh? Well, let me tell you, there's been quite a buzz about Nicola and a mysterious business deal gone wrong. But you didn't hear it from me. It's all part of the juicy gossip swirling around Vaudeville.
Hmm. Maria Hi. What how should put it? How do you put it? Connections with how high, let's see, connections with high profile people. Nicola, mysterious busyness gone wrong. Hmm. It's all so peculiar. There's a lot of lying and intrigue. But which ones of it actually matters? Saxobar is such a tough one. Saxobar, I know you're involved somehow. Tell me what you know about Haley Greenwood.
Nothing.
God damn it. God damn you. God damn you. What sort of art? Well, Well, no, the animals make sense for him. Like, he has to be. Well, actually, hold on. Because Count Graveson. Hold on, actually. Because he might have animals as well. I'm pretty sure Saxobar did kill Maria. Do you own any animals?
Oh, animals. How delightful of you to bring up the topic. Yes, I am the proud owner of a few exotic pets from my travels around the world. They are truly magnificent creatures, each with their own unique charm and beauty. From the regal Bengal tiger to the mischievous capuchin monkey, my collection of animals adds a touch of whimsy to my grand estate. But pray, detective, why this sudden interest in my furry and feathered companions?
I mean, he may have killed two
Is
of
there
them.
something specific you would like to inquire about?
Because, I can't think about how Saxobar would have, some sort of, underground business stuff. Well, okay. I think I'm just gonna need to take a guess at it. I think I'm just gonna need to go for it. Because I have ideas, but it's just hard. Okay, let's ask a few more questions. Is it possible that Maria knew Gravison?
Maria, what do you want to know?
I just asked you, is it possible that she knew Gravison? Is it possible that she knew Gravison?
Oh, speaking of Count Graveson, did you know that Mrs. Potter and Count Graveson have been seeing each other quite a
Yes,
bit
I know.
lately?
I know this.
It's been the talk of the town. Quite scandalous, if you ask me.
Do you know if Maria knew Graveson?
Oh, Maria and the illustrious Count? Now that's a question that tickles my fancy. You see, my inquisitive friend, Maria Jansen, and the enigmatic Count Graveson were no strangers to each other. In fact, their paths crossed more times than a cat crosses a busy street. Oh, yes, my friend, they were quite familiar with each other. The world of the vaudeville elite is a small one, and it's hard to keep secrets hidden for long. Whispers and glances exchanged at social gatherings, shared connections, and mutual acquaintances, it's all part of the intricate web that binds them together. So, to answer your query, yes, they did have some knowledge of one another.
Did Haley know Saxobar?
Haley Greenwood and Monsieur Saxobar, you say? Well, my dear detective, it seems you're delving into the depths of the unknown. Like two ships passing in the night, their paths may have crossed, but whether they danced the tango or merely brushed shoulders, I cannot say. The intricacies of the relationship remain as elusive as a needle in a haystack. But Fear not, my friend, for the truth has a way of revealing itself when the stars align and the moon waxes poetic.
Maria and Grave knew each other well. I'm just not too sure. Graveson could very well be the culprit for like at least two of these. Does Haley know Marina? Damn it, no. Does Haley know Marina?
Oh, my inquisitive friend, you have quite the curiosity, don't you? But alas, I must inform you that I am not privy to the intricate details of every acquaintance that Miss Haley Greenwood may have had. It's like searching for a grain of sand on a vast beach, my friend. The world is a tapestry of connections, and it's impossible for me to know every thread that weaves through it. So let us focus on matters that are within our grasp, shall we?
Okay, get me out of here. And then get me back in. Nah, that's weird. How do you feel about the other dancers in Vaudeville?
Oh, the other dancers in Vaudeville. They are like a family to me, my dear detective. We share the stage, the spotlight, and the joy of performing together. There's such a sense of camaraderie and support
And you
among us. Each dancer brings their unique style and
didn't
personality, creating a
know
vibrant tapestry of talent.
fellow
It's a
dancer
beautiful thing,
named
don't you think?
Haley
Tell me, do you have a particular interest in the
Greenwood?
dancers of Vaudeville? Is there something specific you'd like to know or discuss about them? Haley Greenwood. Yes, I did hear about her. It's truly heartbreaking what happened to her. She was a fellow dancer, you say. It's disheartening to lose a member of our artistic community, especially in such tragic circumstances. I can't help but wonder what led to her untimely demise. Did you happen to have any insights or information about Haley, Detective Martini?
Do
It's important that we
you
come together as a
know
community to fight
someone
answers and ensure
named
the safety of everyone
Ingrid?
involved. Ingrid, that name doesn't ring a bell, I'm afraid. But I must say, I'm quite intrigued.
She's a
Who is this
ballet
Ingrid, and what is the connection to the
dancer.
vibrant world of vaudeville? Is she a performer,
She's
perhaps?
a
Or maybe a
ballet
patron of the arts? I'm always
dancer.
eager to meet new people and learn about their stories. Tell me more, detective. A ballet dancer, you say? How delightful. The grace and elegance of ballet have always fascinated me. I admire the discipline and dedication that goes into mastering such a beautiful art form. I wonder if our paths have crossed before in the enchanting realm of dance. Do you know if Ingrid performs here in Vaudeville, Detective Martini? I'd love to witness her talent firsthand, and, who knows, we might even form a friendship rooted in our shared love for the stage.
I heard that Haley may have been involved in the underground art scene.
Oh, Detective Martini, you always bring up the most interesting things. The underground art scene, you say. Well, that's something that's outside of my realm of knowledge. As a dancer, my focus is on the stage and the vibrant performances of vaudeville.
Do you
But you know
own
what?
any
It's fascinating to think about the different artistic
shoes?
expressions that exist beyond the world of ballet. The thought of artists pushing boundaries, challenging conventions, and creating something unique and unexpected is truly inspiring.
Yeah, just step further. Do you own any shoes? Okay, do you own any shoes?
Shoes. You need shoes when you can dance barefoot, right? I mean, there's something so freeing and liberating about feeling the floor beneath your feet.
This kind of seems like something a ballet
Connection
dancer
to
would
the
say.
ground. It's like being one with the music, letting your body move and flow without any barriers. But hey, I'm curious, do you have a favorite pair of shoes, detective? Maybe
Hey,
they have a
Megan,
story behind
welcome
them,
back to the stream.
like the
How are you
characters in our
doing
beloved
today?
dance routines.
How'd everything go?
I'd love to hear all about it.
Game's interesting. It's pretty interesting. Right now, I'm probably nearing the end of this, actually. I'm just trying to figure out whomst killed whomst. And there's like a few things here that don't make sense, but also kind of do. I was trying to think. Like, I think I have an idea for who's killed whom. I just need to figure out like the exact reasons. Doing all right. Physio went well. Been kind of just chilling since you got home. Very nice. You play any 14? Okay. Let me think here. Okay, so Haley involved in underground art scene was apparently very chummy with Marina, but Marina doesn't seem to recognize her. Killed with probably a stiletto shoe, of which I'm sure Marina has a lot of. I don't know the motive besides maybe jealousy, but I don't know where that would come from. And Saxby is being a bastard and isn't really giving me any information. A little bit. And a party finder for Thoradin waiting to fill up at the moment. Haven't done your ends yet. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll do great. Sure, it'll go first try. Absolute first try. What can you tell me about Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood, you mentioned. She was a 19-year-old dancer, as I mentioned earlier. From the little I know, she worked at a club in Vaudeville. It's a shame that someone so young and full of life met with such a tragic end. But I must admit, I find it rather disturbing that these young women are being targeted. It's a sickening thought, isn't it? Is there anything specific you'd like to know about Haley, detective?
Did she know Marina?
Marina who, detective? I'm afraid I don't have any information about a Marina in relation to the case or to Miss Greenwood. Could you provide me with more details?
Marina H. apparently knew her, but she claims she doesn't recall Haley.
Well, that's certainly intriguing. So, this person named Marina H. claims to have known Haley, but now says she doesn't recall her.
Yep, yeah, you got that right,
Sounds
Gretzky.
rather suspicious, doesn't it?
Right?
I would
Right?
certainly be interested in speaking with this Marina H and getting to the bottom of her conflicting statements. It could be a possible lead in the investigation.
I mean, that's true. I don't remember if
Do you
I
have any
asked.
other background on this individual?
I don't remember if I asked Marina H specifically. Okay, let's go and ask. Okay, it's being weird. Hold on. Hey, we gotta fix the flash. Cause man, that like absolutely kills the stream too. It's impressive. Hold on. There you go, Jeebus. Hey, I don't know what it doesn't like about that. There's something it doesn't like occasionally about me coming here. How well did you know Haley.
Haley Greenwood. Oh,
Mm.
my dear, I wish I could say we were close friends, but alas, our interactions were limited. We
Ah,
shared
okay.
the stage a few times, and I must say, she was a captivating performer. Her passion and dedication to her craft were truly admirable. It's heartbreaking to think that such a bright light in our artistic community was extinguished far too soon. I can't help but feel a sense of responsibility to help uncover the truth behind her untimely demise.
I heard from Ingrid that you two were fairly close.
Ah, Ingrid. Now I recall she's a lovely young woman, and it's no surprise that she and Haley were close. I must say, I'm a bit envious of their friendship. It's always wonderful to have someone who shares your passions and understands the demands of our artistic lifestyle. While I didn't have the pleasure of being as close to Haley as Ingrid, I can only imagine how difficult it must be for her to cope with such a loss.
Ingrid said you were fairly close to Haley.
Ah, I see. It seems Ingrid was right. While I didn't know Haley as well as I would have liked, we did share a certain bond. A connection that transcended the stage. We would often chat about our aspirations and dreams, both on and off the stage. It's funny how sometimes you can feel a deeper connection to someone you don't see every day. But when you do, it's like the universe has brought you together for a reason.
Do you know what sort of bond did you share? What sort of bond did you and Haley share?
Haley and I. Oh, it was a special bond, Detective Martini. We shared a passion for the art of burlesque, of course, but it went beyond that. We both had a deep love for the world of vaudeville, its history, its magic, and its mystery. We would often talk about our favorite performances, the ones that left us in awe and inspired us to push the boundaries of our craft. It's a connection that's hard to explain, but it's almost as if we spoke a secret language. One that only we understood.
It's a toughie. See, now I'm starting to doubt myself because maybe she didn't do it because she's involved in an underground art scene allegedly, but I don't know what sort of connection that would give me to. Well, no, I mean she could still be jealous of Haley because that the trip with the business. I should ask what kind of business they had and what kind of business they were trying to build in India. Let me go here because this woman here seems to have all the knowledge. What sort of business were they trying to establish in India?
Business in India. Well, they were evaluating the possibility of starting a business venture together.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, why would anyone want to go to India for business?
Well,
There's
now.
everything we need right here. The finest fashion, the most exquisite events, and the most sophisticated society. India is so foreign. Who needs it?
Well, damn, you really don't like India, do you? Did the three murder victims... Oh, what? Oh, that's weird. Did the three victims know each other well?
You know, Detective Martini, it's interesting that you mentioned the victims knowing each other. Now that you bring it up, do you happen to know if the victims were all men or women?
Well, you know them.
Might
I
help us
gave it to you
understand
before.
if there's any connection between them.
2 women, 1 man. You know the victims. We spoke about this
Oh, really?
already.
That's quite surprising. So, we have 2 women and 1 man as the victims. That's an intriguing mix. It makes me wonder if there's some sort of pattern or motive behind these murders. Do you have any leads or theories, Detective?
I do, but I'm not going to discuss it with you. If I could get Saxabar to talk, If I could get Saxabar to talk, He's not going to do it, though. I know he's going to be a pain in the ass. I know Graveson has reason for some of the murder. Like legitimately, I could see Graveson killing 2 of them. It's just the third one that I'm doubting. Because Haley, I don't know. But Nicola and Marina very well could have died to Graveson. Did Haley ever talk about anyone? Okay, you can't go eating my questions. Did Haley ever talk about anyone?
Haley. Haley Greenwood, one of the victims. Let me think. Well, Haley was always a bit reserved and didn't talk much about her personal life. She was more focused on her career and making a name for herself in the fashion industry. But now that you mention it, there was this one time at a fashion event where she seemed a bit tense and distracted. She mentioned something about having a disagreement with someone, but she didn't go into details. It could be worth looking into, don't you think?
Okay, so what does that tell me, though? I don't think that tells me a ton. Because, like, she could have had, but, like, there's no one here. I mean, did Graveson do all of it? But, like, yeah, it could be you. What kind of shoes do you have? Like it's kind of weird that we're getting to the point where it's like the shoes matter, but the shoes actually might matter. What sort of shoes do you own?
Well, my darling, I do have quite the collection of shoes. From elegant pumps to glamorous heels, I make sure to have a pair for every occasion. I believe that a woman's shoes can tell a lot about her, don't you? And I do so enjoy making a statement with my footwear. But enough about shoes. Let's focus on solving these mysteries, shall we? It's such a thrilling endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Honestly, it could even be just her and Graveson. I'm trying to remember what Marina H said earlier. I don't think I noted it down about her exact relationship with. It could legitimately be like so many people here. She didn't know a Haley, though. There's so much to dissect here. So asking Pascal might actually make a bit of sense here. I heard Haley had a disagreement with someone. Would you know anything about this?
Yeah, Haley and her disagreements, eh? You know, there's been some talk about a fiery argument she had with a certain someone. but the details are hazy at best, my friend. The grapevine can be a tricky thing, you know?
A certain argument. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to Biagio here. Haley had a disagreement with someone. Any idea who that may be?
Ah, a disagreement, you say? Well, my friend, that's a story that could fill the pages of a novel. The world of the vaudeville elite is a complex tapestry, and when you weave in the threads of ambition, desire, and greed, well, it's only natural that tensions rise. But between you and me, my dear detective, I've heard whispers of a certain someone who may have had a falling out with our dear Haley.
A falling out. Okay. So it probably is Marina then. They had a falling out. I don't know over what, mind you. What do you think could have caused the falling out?
Ah, the cause of the falling out, my friend. That's a tale that could rival the greatest of Greek tragedies.
Sure.
But let's just say that when you mix business with pleasure, things can get complicated. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, it just doesn't work. But hey, that's life, isn't it? The game of power and money, where alliances are forged and broken with the stroke of a pen.
So falling out, so it would have been someone she knew. Marina makes the most sense because Ingrid literally does not have shoes, apparently. And that is very key to this whole mystery. It could be. Well, no, but she didn't really know Mrs. Potter, though, did she? Or did she? Did Haley know Mrs. Potter?
Haley knew Mrs. Potter. Well, that's an interesting question. While Haley and Mrs. Potter didn't exactly move in the same social circles, they did cross paths from time to time. They both attended the same events and gatherings, and they might have even shared a few mutual acquaintances. But as for whether they actually knew each other well, I couldn't say for sure. Perhaps they had some sort of connection or friendship that we're not aware of. It's definitely worth investigating further.
But you also knew Haley, though. What's your relationship with Haley again?
Oh, Detective Martini, you're so thorough with your questions. My relationship with Haley, well, we were colleagues, you could say. We both worked in the fashion industry, and we often attended the same events and fashion shows. We would chat and exchange ideas about fashion trends and designs. I considered her a friend, but we weren't exactly close. We didn't have any deep, dark secrets or anything like that. Just your typical fashion industry gossip and chit-chat.
What kind of shoes do you own? Once again, what kind shoes do you own?
Oh, my goodness. What kind of shoes do I own? Well, I have to admit, I have quite the collection. I'm a fashionista, after all. I have stilettos, pumps, boots.
Well, she has
sneakers, you name it.
stilettos. She mentions
I even
it.
have a few pairs of designer shoes that I've collected over the years. But I must say, my favorite pair is my trusty old red pumps. They're so comfortable and versatile. I wear them everywhere, even to fashion events.
Okay. So we have like two potential suspects. But what would her motives be? Just the falling out? 'Cause I don't know. It's interesting because like. Okay, let me ask you here. Did Michelle and Haley have a falling out for any reason?
Ah, Michelle and Haley, two women of grace and beauty. Now, my friend, that's a question that piques my interest. I must admit, I've heard rumors of a rift between them, but the reasons, my dear detective, are shrouded in mystery. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. But hey, when you're dealing with the elite, sometimes it's all about perception and presentation. One wrong move and the house of cards comes tumbling down.
Okay, so it's probably Michelle then, because it sounds like they did have a falling out. We'll go and just have a chat with. But what if no, Ingrid doesn't have shoes? It literally can't be Ingrid. Like, it literally cannot be. Like she's actually safe because of her lack of shoes. Did Haley and Marina H ever have a falling out?
Falling out. No, no, no. My dear detective, Haley and Marina were always supportive of each other. They were like two peas in a pod, always cheering each other on. I remember seeing them practice together, exchanging tips and encouragement. They had a beautiful friendship, built on mutual respect and admiration. It warms my heart to think of the bond they shared. Friendship is such a precious thing, don't you agree? It's like a treasure that brightens up even the darkest of days.
Just give me 1 second here. This is such a toughie, such a toughie. Okay, let me just see here. Any rumors about Maria and Saxa Bar?
Well, if it isn't Maria Jansen and Saxabar. I've heard whispers about some secret business dealings between those two. Can you imagine the scandal if it's true? But hey, who knows what really goes on behind closed doors, right? It's all just juicy gossip, my friend.
Okay, so I'm gonna need to make a claim here. And that claim is gonna be... We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this.
Let's see what you got. Detective Martini?
So Haley Greenwood is killed by Michelle.
Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why?
They had a falling out. But see, I don't know why. That's like the only problem. I don't know why. Like, could have been by accident. They could have been business rivals. I guess I could just see, right? I could ask Michelle. See, that's the thing. Okay. So, I heard you and Haley had a falling out.
Falling out, me and Haley. That's news to me, detective. Where did you hear such a thing? We may not have been the closest of friends, but we certainly didn't have any falling out. If there's some sort of rumor going around, it's just that a baseless rumor.
Okay, so
Trust me,
you're
my
being a
focus
bit
is
sussy
always
here.
on my career and the success of my business. Drama and conflicts are just distractions that hold us back. So, let's stay focused on finding the truth behind these murders, shall we?
Did Haley and Michelle have a falling out over business?
Haley and Michelle, you say. I haven't caught wind of any falling out over business, but you know how these things go. Secrets and drama are always lurking around the corner in Vaudeville. I'll have to keep my ears open for any spicy details.
Do you know why Haley and Michelle had a falling out?
You won't believe this, but I just heard a little tidbit about why Haley and Michelle had a falling out.
Oh, good.
It seems like it all started over some disagreement about a partnership gone sour. Can you imagine the tension? The plot thickens, my friend.
A partnership that went sour, huh? Okay, let's go and see. I don't know what that would count
So,
as on
fellas,
this.
Detective Martini, who is the culprit? Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
Wait, shit. What do you say? It was falling out. I'm gonna say business rivals. I don't think it was for the thrill. I don't think it would have been a jealousy thing. Okay, I know I know I keep going there, but I think I can get more information. Why did Haley and Michelle have a falling out?
Well, my perceptive friend, it seems you're eager to uncover the hidden secrets of the vaudeville elites. But alas, I'm afraid I cannot indulge your curiosity on this matter. The details of the falling out between Haley and Michelle are as elusive as a needle in a haystack.
I mean, I want to say business rivals because they both had fashion stuff, right? Like, I'm willing to bet that is the case. I'm gonna ask him one more time. Why did Haley and Michelle have a falling out?
Oh, now that's a juicy question. The word on the street is that the falling out between Haley and Michelle was all about a bitter dispute over money. Can you believe it? Money has a way of causing trouble.
A bitter
my
dispute over
friend.
money. Okay.
But hey, who am I to judge? It's all part of the tangled web of vaudeville gossip.
Could they have had a falling out over unpaid debt?
Unpaid debt, you say? Oh, now that's an interesting twist. It's possible, my friend, very possible. That can strain even the closest of relationships. The drama in this town never ceases to amaze me.
Okay, we're gonna throw out some ideas then. Because, okay, I think I might have it. I think I might have it.
Let's see what you got. Detective Martini?
So is
Are
Michelle
you sure, Detective Martini? And why?
for an unpaid debt. Maria Jansen is probably actually
Interesting
him.
choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
For a love obsession. It's not for the inheritance. It would have been like a business thing. I'm probably see, this is the only issue. But like they were business rivals makes sense because they did know each other and they were clearly in business. 'Cause, I mean, it says here that at least as I noted it down, Maria connections with high profile people and they knew each other well. But he claims to not know. I guess I could ask Pascal again. Like I have more of an idea. How did Graveson and Maria know each other? Okay, that got eaten. All right. How did Maria and Graveson know each other?
Ah, Maria and Grayson, a fascinating pair. I've heard whispers that they were business partners in a venture that didn't quite work out. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? The world of business can be cutthroat, my friend. But I'm sure
Would
it's all just
you
water under the
say
bridge now.
they were business rivals?
Oh, business rivals, eh? That's a great way to put it. Grayson and Maria were definitely rivals in the business world.
Okay. Okay,
It's no
so
surprise,
we're knowing all this
really,
then.
since they were both heavy hitters in their respective industries. I bet their meetings were always filled with tension and intrigue. Can you imagine the sparks flying?
Would Graveson have any reason to hate Nicola?
Hate is a strong word, my friend, but I'm sure Grayson and Nicola had their fair share of disagreements. From what I've heard, Nicola was a bit of a wild card, and who knows what secrets he might have been keeping. But hey, that's all part of the game, right? The game of business, that is.
Did anyone have any problems with Nicola?
Problems with Nicola, you ask? Well, let's just say he wasn't exactly the most popular guy in Vaudeville. There were rumors of him being involved in some shady dealings, but hey, who doesn't love a little intrigue? It's all part of the Vaudeville experience, my friend.
Nicola is really just kind of one wild card.